Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Guys, yesterday I was talking about repositories in Spring Boot, Spring Data JPA. So we have a repository interface with no methods that is called marker interface, empty interface. The interface that provides special runtime capabilities to implementation class object is called as what? Marker interface. Okay, this is to just inform to underlying server or container or JVM to give certain behavior dynamically at what time? A runtime. That's why no need of having any methods in the interface declaration. Such interfaces are called as what? Marker interfaces. Are you understanding my point? Okay, guys. Are you listening my statement, guys? Right. The interface that contains no methods, and makes the underlying JVM or server or container to provide special runtime capabilities to implementation class objects is called marker interface. Is called what interface, guys? Marker interface. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay. Examples. What are those? Java.io.serializable. Next, java.lang.clonable. javax.servlet. Single thread model. Yes, this one repository interface, guys, and etc. Many are there. Yeah. By seeing interface implementation, underlying JVM or server or container will provide special runtime capabilities to implementation class object. Yes, extending from repository interface, we have crude repository having 12 methods. Extending from crude repository, we are having paging and sorting repository having, okay, 2 methods. And these are common 3 interfaces for while working with both SQL, NoSQL databases, while working with JDBC style persistence logic development or ORM style persistence logic development. Are you getting my point there? Okay. Okay, now listen. Okay, now after this line is the separator, guys. So uh, specific type domain specific interface is also there, repository interface is also there. So JPA repository extending from paging and sorting repository, come on guys, paging and sorting repository, this is JPA repository. Are you listening my statement was? What is the specialty of this? What is the specialty of this? JPA specific methods will be there. Similarly, Mongo repository is there. Similarly, we are having other repositories also specific to each NoSQL database software. So this is the application we are planning to develop, guys. Client talks to service, service will have a repository interface, and it internally interacts with implementation class object of what? Repository interface, and that will talk to database software. Only interface we develop, implementation class will come dynamically at runtime. Created project by adding these jars and add the data source and Hibernate specific properties. So dialect optional, this is optional, this is also optional. Got it? Got. But they are recommended values to place, guys. Dialect is for what? SQL query generation. To see those queries that are generated, show -SQL is there. And to tell to Hibernate, okay, if table is not there, create it. If there, use it. If needed, alter it. To tell to Hibernate, we have to take auto. DDL auto. Auto is what? Update. Update is the good value for that. Nice, boss. Now tell me. Later we developed entity class, guys. @entity, @data, @ID. And generated value, @column. All these are what? JPA supplied annotations. @table also. If class name and table name we want to match, taking @table is optional. Come on. But entity is mandatory. @data is for what purpose, guys? Lamba KPI annotation. @data is Lamba KPI annotation. If column names and property names are matching, column is column is what? Optional to place. But if you want to control the length, you can use only for length controlling. But this length controlling is possible only for what? String type columns and properties. Not possible when it comes to numeric type. Not possible while working with what? Numeric type properties, guys. Okay, now listen. You don't want to assign or you don't want to put value to ID property manually, then we have to use one or other generator, and this is auto generator, and that's the default one. If nothing is configured, default one. You just write generated value, don't mention strategy. Default is auto only. In case of Oracle, it will use sequence. Come on. Okay. Devash Pandey, if length is not specified, default length will be taken, like 255 for strings. Okay. Okay, next one. Generated. For MySQL, it will use auto increment, guys. Clear? Right. Yeah. Since we are in the middle of the development, guys, same document I am giving today's date. For same document, I am giving today's date. Are you listening? July 2nd and 3rd. File, open. Okay, guys, done. So don't confuse. Today's document is not there. For the same document, I am giving 2 dates. Okay, because we are in the middle of the development. I cannot take new then. Step number 4. Now, develop a repository interface. User defined repository interface. Okay, repository interface. Extending from predefined, predefined. Okay, right now I want to deal with code. Crude repository. Okay, crude repository interface. Okay, guys. Now, listen carefully, guys. We generally take entity classes, repository interfaces on one per DB table basis. Okay, okay. On one per DB table basis. Right, guys. One per DB table. Now come to this place, guys. Where is our this one? Launch. Yes, guys, we got that. Here is there was a right click interface, com.nt.repo. Yeah, you can take any name, any name. What is our corona vaccine, right? What is that? Corona vaccine repo. Corona vaccine repo. I'm taking package also, guys. com.nt.repo. Corona vaccine repo. Extend from crude repository. What is that? Crude repository. Done was. Yes, done. Yeah, what is T, what is ID? Okay, I'll write dynamically there instead of adjusting here. T for template, guys, nothing but entity class. It should work for which entity class. Okay. T for template, where you have to mention entity class name. What is our entity class name? Okay, what is that? Corona vaccine is our entity class name. Come on, guys. That is entity class name. Next, ID. Okay, what is the ID property type? ID property type. Array, all the methods are with generics, boss. Based on class names you give, what are the generics you specify there, the method return types and parameter types will change automatically. That's, for example, find by ID. If you pass long there, okay, find by ID with long will come. Find by if you pass integer, you find by ID with integer will come. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Array, right, boss. Okay, lots of people think that no methods. Actually, I say 12 methods are there in this interface. Are 12 inherited methods are there now, boss? How many methods are there? 12 inherited methods are there. I hope you are understanding my point. Okay, now listen. Now, what happens? See the source code, 12 methods. Now tell me, yes is now what? Corona. Returns what? Corona vaccine. Takes what? Corona action. Returns corona action. Now tell me, save all. Save all. Okay, takes what? Collection of corona action objects. Find by ID. Right now, what is this ID type now? Long. Returns what? Optional object having corona action object. Okay, again, exist by ID, Boolean method. What is now ID type? Long. So all these are decided here. Generics was very beautiful designing. Okay, based on the generics we pass, based on the type names we pass there, all the methods related parameter types and return types will be decided. So overall our code becomes what? Type safe code. Are you getting my point? Okay, corona vaccine, we have taken what here? Registration number, what we have taken? Long. Are you getting my point there, boss? Come on. Right. Okay, guys. There is no need of Kundan Kumar, there is no need of writing repository. Repository is only for implementation classes, DAO implementation classes. There is no need of writing @repository. Kundan Kumar, half knowledge fellow, we have written @repository on the top of DAO implementation class, right? Dirty fellow. Okay, don't create your own theory now. Yeah, there is no need of writing @repository to tell that it is a repository interface. Already it has become repository interface by extending from what? One or other predefined repository interface. Are you getting my point? Yes, this is entity class name. Entity class name. Next, this is ID property type. ID property type. That points to, come on, that points to PK column. PK column. Array, nothing is there, ra babu. There are so many methods expecting identity property value. So for all those methods, this long will be taken as the parameter type. That's the reason we are passing long. Check it out. Please focus, my dear. Find by ID. Expecting what? ID property value. Find by 10, find by 20, find by 30. So now ID. What is this first ID, guys? Long. Why we have taken ID as a long there? Come on. Generics. Okay. Is there any data type called ID technically? In Java, long. In Java, int is there, long is there, but ID is there or not there? But they have taken ID. What is the meaning of that? Whatever you pass as ID, same thing will become data type. I hope you are understanding my statement. Okay, right. Moreover, what you are not supposed to pass variable name, only data type you have to pass. Come on, guys. Okay, now total how many methods are there? 12 methods. And you don't believe now, we are now ready with what? DAO part. That's the reason we don't call it as DAO. We just call it as what? A repository. Now we are ready with the 12 methods, implementations, everything. Everything is now taken care by what? IOC container internally. How it will internally generate what? Implementation class. As in-memory proxy class implementing this interface. So there 12 inherited 12 methods are there now. Okay, according to Oracle database, according to what? ORM style persistence logic of Hibernate, all those methods will be implemented. You are least bothered about writing those logics. Okay, fine. Okay, boss. So can you concentrate on first save operation, boss? So this is one thing, boss. Next one, step number 5, develop service class. Develop service class. Okay. In Java 8, there is a feature called optional API. Anyone knows that? Yeah, first study that. I asked you to upgrade Java 8 feature. Studied or not studied? Then you will understand why find by ID return type is what. Find by ID return type is optional. Optional is the Java 8 feature, optional API. First, please, I am giving some time. I already asked you to go through the videos. Develop service interface and service implementation class. Okay, first we concentrate on save operation, guys. Save and update activities. Service interface and implementation class. Service interface and implementation class. I'm taking a package now, boss. Package com.nt.service, boss. Okay, com.nt.service. There, I will take a interface. What is the interface? Now listen, if you are having habit of taking I word for the interface name, here also you can take one I word letter. You can start with this interface name with I, not a issue. And this even helps you to differentiate from what? Entity class name. Okay, all right. You can do that. You can do that. So here also just try to put I. Develop service and service implementation class, boss. Okay. Very quickly, let us go for this one. New interface I. Corona vaccine management service. Vaccine management service. Some name, guys. Yes. Here I will take a method. Public. Okay. Public string. What is that? Public string. Okay. Here I want to have a message. Vaccine name, vaccine registered, not registered kind of thing. That's a string I'm taking as a return type. Register action. Register action. Register action. What it is expecting, boss? Model class object. What is the model class object, guys? What is the model class object? Yes, register vaccine here. Okay, in this place, what we take, guys? What we take? Corona vaccine. Vaccine. That's it, boss. Control plus shift plus. Let us develop implementation class, guys. New class. Tell me. Corona vaccine management. Management IMPL. Corona vaccine management. Corona vaccine management IMPL. Tell me, guys. Corona vaccine management service. Array service IMPL. Fine. We'll take service IMPL. Okay. Done, boss. Right. Now listen. How to make it a service class? @service. Vaccine management service. Done. Okay. Then what is this? Private. Private. Array, I want to inject a repository implementation class object. But in that process, we will take has a property in the service class. So while taking has a property, we prefer taking interface type or implementation class type or interface type. And that too, in this case, we don't know what is implementation class name. That is dynamically generated in memory proxy class, right? So we have anyhow, according to strategy design pattern, we will always take interface type only. Now tell me here, what is this? iCorona. iCorona repository. iCorona vaccine repo. Okay, here there may be a number of tables, right? Okay. Mm. Okay. So I think you're seeing the real advantage of following strategy design pattern here, guys. Taking interface type property. Fine. So injection at the rate auto. Cool, guys. Now listen. Now you have not developed DAO, AMPL. You just taken repository interface. That's the reason. Stop using DAO terminology here. Just repository. That's it. So no DAOs while working with the Spring Data JPA. In fact, we are working with the Spring Data module means no DAO layer. You have to say repository layer where interface will be there. All implementation classes will come as what? In-memory proxy classes. Sir, what about other than those 12 methods? Array, we can have custom methods also only through declarations. Only through declaration. Or I have a unique requirement. Array, then we will write SQL query, JPQL query on the top of method declaration, but you need not to develop the implementation class. Implementation always happens as in-memory proxy class only. There is no requirement of developing implementation class. Implementation is always in memory proxy class. Whatever the bigger requirement, you need not to develop the implementation class. Not mark my word, right? Okay. And now listen, use repo. Use repo. Save method takes model class object, entity class object, and also returns what? And also returns, okay, another entity class object, guys. Another entity class object. Are you listening my statement, guys? With ID value, having ID value. See the source code of that. Okay. Corona vaccine. Corona vaccine. Tell me here. Vaccine is equal to. Vaccine is equal to. Corona repo dot. Corona repo dot. Look at the save method return type. Yes. What you pass, same thing will be returned back. Same thing will be returned back. Are you getting my point? Returns. The saved entity will never be null. The saved entity, whatever object, whatever record that is saved representing that, it will return one entity object. Save the given entity. Okay, use the return instance for further operations, as save operation might have changed the entity instance completely. Are you getting my point there? Array, initially we are not going to pass ID value, but it returns what? Entity object with ID value, so that we can print, oh, object action is registered with this ID value. Are you getting my point? Okay. So don't think that, sir, what it is taking and it is returning same. Array, while returning changed data or generated ID value, with the generated ID values, it will return. Okay, boss. Vaccine. Okay, this vaccine. Array, here vaccine 1 I am taking. Or we will take saved vaccine. Saved vaccine. Now listen, what's the advantage of it? What's the advantage and what we are going to do? Listen carefully. Saved vaccine not equal to null. If it is not equal to null, come on guys. If saved action not equal to null, I'm using ternary operator was vaccine resisted. Vaccine resisted. Vaccine resisted successfully with successfully with come on guys, saved action dot get registration number colon vaccine registration failed. Sudhir, please join on time tomorrow onwards. Okay, guys. Vaccine registration failed. That's it, guys. Are you listening my statement? Array, to write this ternary operator, I'm just going for null check, guys. To just go for null check. Okay, I'm just going for null check to write this ternary operator. Are you understanding my point there? Fine, boss. Okay. Okay, if you want to write a better code, guys, if vaccine not equal to null. If vaccine not equal to null. If vaccine not equal to null, done, guys. Okay. Then we are writing this. Okay. In this case, we have to take this one at the top. Copy this. Paste it. Null. Done. Null. Clear, my dears? Okay. This is the save method, guys. This is the save method. See the return type now? See the return type? Return type is, okay, look at this one. This save method you observe. Save method you observe. So return type is corona vaccine entity. Method is save. Okay. Return type has become corona vaccine. Parameter type has become corona vaccine. It's because while creating repository, we passed what? Type and ID. Type and ID. Things are changing that. Now we cannot pass other than corona action. No other parameter we can pass, and it never give any other class object. And it's over. You need not to write logic. Sir, where is logic of save method? You need not to worry about it. The dynamic in-memory proxy class will take care of it. Sir, I want to know what is that class. 1 minute. Sysout. In-memory proxy class name. In-memory proxy class name. Yes, where is this? Corona repo.get class. That's it, guys. Corona repo.get class. Now that's it, guys. This is service interface and what? Implementation class. It's a regular one. So that's why stop using the word DAO. No need of putting at the rate repository anywhere. At the rate repository, generally we write on DAO IMPL class. But here no need of developing implementation class. I hope you are understanding. Okay. Lots of people. Yes, we can keep custom methods also. First, let me complete these 12 methods. Then I will come to custom methods. One by one, Mr. Hemanta. Control your excitement. It would be nice for your health. Okay, one by one. First predefined 12 methods. Not 12 methods. In fact, I have to teach nearly 15, 16. Why? Because paging and sorting also there na. So all the methods will complete, then we'll come to custom. It's going to be multiple days. Okay. Right. Go for this one. copy this implementation class here, my dear. Here I am going to have implementation class. Done. Now develop the client application. Step number how much, guys? 5 or 5 or whatever it is. 6 or fine, whatever it is. Develop the client application. Develop the client application. Listen, there are two ways of doing it, guys. Number one, right. There are two ways of doing it, guys. Are you listening my statement, boss? One is go to main class, get the container, get the bean class object. Come on, call the method. That's the one way. Another way is, array, right now we are doing temporary testing, right? I think I can test by using runner also. I can test it with the support of runner also, na boss. Yeah, runner is the better one. I need not to get access to container. I need not to call get bean. Okay, in real time, no one writes code in the main method of main class. Whatever ready-made code comes, that will be continued as it is. Most of the time, we don't touch main method code of ready-made code of main method that is coming automatically when we create the Spring Boot project. We don't touch. These many days we opened it, we got access to container, we do some hangama, right? But we never do. So what about testings are? All the testings will be done. All the testings will be done through what? Runner classes, guys. Are you getting my point? Okay. Develop code in client application, nothing but main class, or in runner class, or in what? Runner class for testing the application. For testing, initially I'll give both, but later I'll continue only with runner. You go to any internet, download any projects from Git or see any example. Generally, they don't touch main class. Okay, they will just keep that Spring application dot run method as it is, and everything they try to play with what? Runner classes. But initially, I am giving both, guys. Don't worry. So testing using client main class, testing using runner class. Both I will give. Now tell me. This is the one thing. Here I am getting container. Get access to IOC container. Anyhow, run method will take care of this one, boss. Get access to IOC container. Yeah, application. Array, one session I forgot to conduct for you people. Application context CTX. Flow of execution, guys. Spring Boot application internal flow. Somewhere in the next week I will take that. 1 minute. In the Facebook I shared some videos, guys. I shared some video links. Please collect it. Every day I'm forgetting. That's why I kept in the Facebook itself directly. Okay, after sharing to you people, I will delete them. Don't worry. Okay. So somehow I didn't find JDBC videos. I'm searching for them. Once they are also will be shared. As of now, these are Spring transaction videos, guys. Spring transaction management videos. Okay. I'm giving to everyone. Please collect them and use them. Okay, boss. Copy them, guys. Video URLs, guys. Spring transaction management videos. Spring transaction management videos. Okay, same order, boss. Order is same order you watch. Yeah, they are given in order only, date wise only they are there, don't worry. There are other regular classes, boss. Fine, everyone please come back. Application context. Okay, boss. After that, what next? AOP Spring JDBC videos also will be given. Okay, first let me gather them, then I will give. Okay. Get service class object. Service class object. After that, what is the next story, guys? Corona vaccine management service is equal to ctx.getbean. What is the bean ID we have taken for this? Bean ID I have taken for service class, guys. Any idea? Vaccine management service. Okay. Vaccine management service. Done. Now tell me. Vaccine management service dot class. Vaccine management service dot class. Now listen. Ganesh Valley, all entity scanning, all these are not required, my dear. Keep your off knowledge aside. Since we are taking all those packages under what? Under main package where main class is available, they will be detected through auto scanning. If you have any off knowledge, can you keep that one aside? At the rate entity scanning, at the rate component scanning, all these are not required, my dears. We are just taking the packages by following some standard conventions so that they will be participating auto scanning process, guys. Get service class object. Then what is this? Invoke methods. Invoke method. Right now, what is the method we are having? This is the method we are having. But to array Spring Data JPA also throws common exception, guys. Spring specific common exception, that is data access exceptions, guys. What exception? Data access exception. First of all, I need to create Corona vaccine class object. You can collect that information from end user, or you can directly hard code them also, not a issue. That's not a big issue, boss. Now listen, go to this entity class now. Just go to this entity class, boss. This is our entity class. Okay, here what I do is I will write all arg constructor. I don't want to call setter method one by one, guys. I don't want to call setter method one by one. That's why I'm taking what? All arg constructors. And when you have all arg constructor, the zero param constructor will be missed. That's why I'm also adding no arg constructor. All these are Lambak annotations, guys. I hope you watched Lambak videos, right? All arg constructor, required arg constructor, lot of hangama methods are there, boss. Okay, now listen. Create entity class object. Super. Now tell me, guys, Corona vaccine. 1 minute. Parallelly, let me open this to give the feeling. Before running, I'll show table is not there. After execution, I'll show table is created dynamically. Okay. Here is my Corona vaccine, guys. Here is my Corona vaccine. We have a right. Now listen. Long registration number. Sir, registration number anyhow will be generated dynamically, na boss. Registration number anyhow will be generated dynamically. Yes, you are right. But in the constructor, it is expecting. We have all arg constructor, no arg constructor. We don't have constructor which is not expecting registration number. Okay. See, I will pass, guys. Listen. I will pass, guys, but that will be ignored. It will take only the sequence generated number as the registration number. Since I have to satisfy my constructor, that's why I'll pass. Otherwise, I will pass null value there. Okay, no, sir. I want to ignore that one as a parameter of constructor. Then you have to go for required arg constructor annotation. I'll come to that later. Now tell me, what's the next one? Vaccine name, Covaxin. What's the spell of Covaxin? Anyone can tell me? I think I'm right. Covaxin. This is right. Huh? Okay. Next. What is the next one? Next one. Company. Bharat Biotech. Hyderabad based company, guys. Bharat Biotech. Next. What's the next parameter? String country, double price, integer, required number, doses count. Okay, boss. Now tell me here. String country, India. Next. Price. I think what is the price, guys? 780 rupees. 780. I have taken float type or double type, boss. What I have taken, boss? Can you help me? Corona vaccine.java. Double price. Int is doses count. Okay, it's a 780 in Hyderabad. I don't know where is in other places. Okay, doses count is 2. Right, listen, I don't have constructor taking these 5 parameters. That's why I passed null. Or you can take what? Overloaded constructor, then there is no need of passing it. Are you understanding my point? Okay, now listen. No, you have a patience, you call multiple setter method, you pass through multiple setter method. I don't have any issue. Someone is asking, sir, I don't pass through constructor, I will pass through setter method. Pass it, no problem at all. Are you getting my point? Okay. Now listen. So I want to do the things in one line. That's why I have taken all arg constructor, guys. But I want to use what? Generated identity value. That's why I'm passing null there. Or dummy value also you can pass. Whatever value you pass, that will be ignored, guys. Right, boss. Now listen, I'm calling call method, call business method. Yes. Tell me here, what is this? Sysout. Vaccine dot register vaccine dot, oh no, service dot, sorry, it's my mistake. Service dot, come on, guys. Yeah, register vaccine object. I'm passing vaccine object. Whatever message come, that will be displayed. Data access exception, guys. Listen, everyone listen. We have a Spring JDBC, we have a Spring ORM, Spring Data JPA. All of them will throw data access exception and its subclasses exception only. That means whatever persistence technology used in Spring, whatever the underlying technology that Spring is using, but the raised exceptions will be common. Spring JDBC internally uses plain JDBC. It converts plain JDBC generated SQL exception into data access exception and its subclasses. Spring ORM internally uses plain Hibernate. Plain Hibernate raises Hibernate exception and other Hibernate API related exception. They will be translated to what? Spring specific data access exception hierarchy exceptions, boss. Spring Data JPA internally uses Spring ORM. Spring ORM internally uses Hibernate. So again gives Hibernate specific exception. Again they are translated into what? Data access exception Data access exception class hierarchy exceptions. Are you understanding my statement, guys? That's the beauty. And Spring Data module internally talks with MongoDB by using MongoDB API, gives MongoDB specific exception. Again, they are translated to what? Data access exception class hierarchy exception. So this is the root class for all like persistence related exceptions of Spring Boss. This is the root class for all persistence related exceptions of Spring Boss. You want to see that? Data access exception. Okay, guys. Data access exception. No, these are the subclasses. These are the subclasses. Lot of subclasses, and these subclasses are having lot of other subclasses. Okay, and all these are unchecked exception. Catching and handling is optional. Only for knowledge sake, I am trying to show, guys. Array, after client, there's no one is there to propagate the exception. That's why I'm showing the exception here. DAE dot print stack trace. Okay, to handle unknown exceptions, guys. Who knows? In this process, I may get some unknown exceptions also, right? Print stack trace. Are you getting my point there or not there? Okay, note. Spring JDBC internally uses plain JDBC and translate SQL exception to data access. What is that, guys? Data access exception. Are you understanding my point there, guys? Data access exception. Exception class hierarchy exceptions. Hierarchy exceptions. Array, in this whole process, I can say exception rethrowing concept is happening or not. Okay, Spring ORM. Come on, guys. Internally uses plain ORM like Hibernate and translates. Come on, guys. Okay, guys. Translates ORM software specific exception to data access exception class hierarchy exceptions. Class hierarchy exceptions. Okay. Specific exception like Hibernate exception. Okay. Exception. Next, same statement, observe. Spring Data JPA. Okay, Spring Data JPA. Internal uses plain ORM software, like Hibernate. Again, translates and all this stuff, guys. Okay, Spring MongoDB internally uses MongoDB API and translates MongoDB API specific MongoDB API specific exceptions to okay guys, exceptions to what is this? Data access exception class hierarchy exceptions. I hope you convinced this was. Okay, guys. That means what, guys? Okay, boss. We cannot stop exception translation that happens internally, my dear. Come on. Okay, are you writing the logic for these methods? No, then how can you stop exception? All these are internally using what, guys? Exception translate or exception rethrowing concept, guys. Originally raised exception something, but these methods are rethrowing them to what? Data access exception class hierarchy exceptions, boss. I think exception rethrowing, boss. Writing throw statement inside the catch block. I hope you remember that. Okay. Right. Lastly, what is this? Close container. Close container. CTX dot close. CTX dot close, guys. Done. Okay, boss. Charan, we cannot stop the exceptions, Ra Babu. Fundamentals, you please recollect. Exceptions cannot be stopped. Exceptions can be caught and handled or can be propagated to next caller. Exceptions are runtime errors, boss. How can we stop them? Come on. Exceptions can be eaten through try catch. That is nothing but handled. Come on. Exceptions can be propagated, but exceptions cannot be stopped because they are runtime error. All of a sudden, database crashed. How can you stop it? Come on, guys. Core Java fundamentals, don't forget that. Run the application, boss. Run the application. Pool is generated. It is using dialect. It is using dialect. Oh, some red color marks have come. Registration number is invalid identifier. Registration number is invalid identifier. Oh, why it is invalid identifier, my dear? Registration number is invalid identifier. Mhm. No, I commented table creation statement. Now, what is the problem? Then it should create with same name, right? I think go to entity class, guys. Registration number. Or I will pass some dummy value. That null is giving headache, it seems. We'll pass some dummy value. Don't worry. 123L. It is expecting long, na? That's why. We'll pass dummy value. I thought of passing no value, boss. Still problem. Still problematic. Give me 1 minute. No. Some serious mapping problem is happening. Some serious mapping problem is happening. Okay. Registration number is what? Invalid identifier. Registration number is what? Invalid identifier. Okay. Now listen. Nothing is there. I think while mapping, this one is getting problem. It seems. Wait. Already table might be there. I am expecting that. That table columns and our class properties are not matching. If I am not wrong, that is the reason. Already table is there in my database because update try to use the existing table. It won't drop the table, right? So it is trying to use already created table for other batch. There is no need of you creating sequences and other things, guys. Wait a minute. Corona vaccine. Corona vaccine, right? So listen, there is a table, guys. See, see here, our columns, existing columns, so many columns have come. Name, address, Aadhaar number, price, income. Lot of things are mixed up. No. See, required dose count has come. Vaccine name has come. Already primary key column registration ID is there. So what happened? Existing table and our table both are mixed up, guys. Are you listening my statement? Okay, clash has come. So you just, that means for other batches, maybe I think for Hibernate students, I have taken this table, it seems. Now I will drop this table, guys. I will drop this table, then problem will be solved. With that name, table is already there. That's why it is giving this one. And moreover, Corona vaccine, no sequence you need not to drop, guys. Sequence we need not to drop. Acha, it is mini project for other people. Yo, fine, we'll see. First, let me complete this day, this one. So we are able to clash is there. One more thing, 1 minute. One sequence. Here is one sequence. Hibernate underscore sequence. Actually, this is also created for other batch boss automatically. Let me delete this. Yes, instead of dropping, I can enable it, but I just want to show. How table is created dynamically. Fine. Run as Spring Boot application, boss. Run as Spring Boot application. Now headache is not there. Happily, what happened? This is the query. This is the generate. Table creation is happening. Did you notice it? Table creation is happening or not? Since the table is not there, it is creating table. Yeah, it is using Hibernate underscore sequence. Start with one, increment by one. It is creating one new sequence, guys. Now null also will work. It is using what? JDK libraries to generate that in-memory proxy class. In-memory proxy class. Come on, guys. Okay, it is verifying whether record is already there or not there. I keep on saying save method also performs update operation. Since not there, okay, using it is getting sequence generated value as ID value and inserting record into the table. Inserting record into the table. Understanding my point, guys? J Ravi, I keep on saying one statement. If need, it will, if table is already there, it will use. Already I have a table, but with a different column. That's why problem has come. You are not listening class with 100% mind, Mr. J Ravi. Are you understanding my point? Yes. Okay. Abhishek Singh. Second time onwards table is already available. It will use existing table, right? Previously, what happens are already corona patient table is there in the database Oracle for other purpose with different columns, and these properties and our columns are not matching. That's why exception has come. Okay. Right, boss. Now see this, confirm whether record is inserted or not. Record is inserted or not. Yes. Corona patient. It will come as corona underscore vaccine, guys. Corona underscore vaccine. Where is this? I have to refresh once. Refresh. I have to say refresh once. Okay. Refresh it, guys. Corona underscore vaccine will come. Array, camel case, na? Hungarian notation will, underscore symbol will be there here. Yes, see, Number 1, Bharat Biotech, India, Covaxin 782. Number 1, sequence generated number is taken as ID value. So now you can take null also. Now you can take null also. Understanding my point? Yes, boss. Now listen carefully. Okay, now you observe. Second record has come, guys. 2 is taken. 2 is taken because this is dynamically generated one. Are you observing that point? Are you observing that point, guys? Okay, now listen. Now listen. I am giving one here. I am giving one here. Listen, everyone, 1L. I am giving 1L here and I am going to this place. I stopped working with the generated value. I stopped working with the generated value. Everyone seeing this? I stopped configuring generated value. Okay. I stopped working with generated value. Come here. So here I have taken price, I have changed it to 900. Price I have changed it to 900.0 F. Okay, 900.0. And number of doses 3 I am taking. Number of doses I am taking as what? 3. Clear, my dears? Okay. Number 1, already there. Already there. Already there. Okay. Click on this. Click on this. Okay. Vaccine resisted successfully with 1. Sir, I should get exception na. I already said one statement. What is that statement? Session dot save internal user session dot merge method. So if record is there, it will if record is there, it will update. If record is not there, it will insert. Okay, guys. Refresh. 900 has come here or not? 903 are updated or not? Let me prove that. That's the reason in the list of 12 method, there is no update method. Save method itself acts as what? Update method. Are you getting my point there? So that's why in your service class, please put, okay, in your service class, please put message properly. What is that? Resisted or updated successfully. Resisted or updated successfully, guys. Vaccine registration or updation is failed. Updation is failed. Here, no chance of getting exception by inserting duplicate values to PK. If you take generator, generator always give new number. If you take generator, generator always gives new number. Okay, if you give old number, it will go for updation. Come on. Very interesting or not? Okay, let me prove it. Why I should believe, sir? Don't believe me, believe my practicals. Okay, where is that? Okay. This is the save method. Open the source code of it, F3. Again, open its implementation. Open its implementation. If you look at its implementation, okay, is new persist method. If it is not new, merge method. If it is not new, merge method. Persist method means what? If it is not empty, if it is null, it is giving X. Entity information dot new is new entity. It is a king. Already with this one record is there or not there. If not there, persist only. If already there, merge. Merge is capable of doing both save and update operations, right? In this case, this merge will do update activity. In this case, this merge will do update activity. Are you getting my point there? And you need not to worry about transaction management. It only taking care of transaction. Did you notice that? Are you worried about transaction management? No. At the rate transactional is there internally. So lot of your burden got removed or not? Lot of burden got removed or not? Okay. By when you are using generator, update is not going to happen. Update is not going to happen if you are using generator. Are you listening my statement, boss? Okay, boss. Sir, I want to use a generator. I want to do update operation. Okay, then we have to go for custom method. Then we have to go for custom method. Custom methods. Sir, I want to work with the generator, but I want to do update operation. I hope you are understanding my point, guys. Okay. So then we have to go for custom method. 1 minute. I'll give all these points one by one. Okay. Step number 7. Okay. But let me complete this one because too many inputs at a time is not good for health. Right. Yes, guys. This is our Spring Boot client application, boss. Copy this, boss. This is our client application. Client application code using main class. Using main class. Yeah, why are you coming? Go off. Okay, guys. What is the signature of the save method, guys? Okay, session dot save method. Not session dot save. What is that? Repo dot save method. Internally uses. Internally uses. Okay. Internally uses. What is that? Persist method. Persist method to perform save object operation. Object operation. If record is not already available, not already available. Record is not already available in the DB table with the generated ID value. With the generated or given ID value. Given ID value. Okay, guys. Next. Session dot save method internally uses merge method. What method, guys? To perform what operation? To perform update object operation. Operation if record is already available in the DB table with the generated or given ID value. With the generated or given ID value. Cool, guys. Next. Okay. Generated or given ID value. I just want to paste the code, guys. I just want to paste the code once for you people. Code repository, guys. Open implementation. Yes. Okay, boss. Say paste. Right. Note. While performing non-select operations, we need not to worry about transaction management, the service annotation based service class, uh, and 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 okay, repository methods will take care of that operation, will take care of that internally. You are least bother about doing that work, everyone will do that. Okay, boss. Right. Are you listening my statement, boss? Okay. Next one. By enabling generator, generator, can we perform can we perform update operation? Can we perform update operation with repo.save method? Repo.save method. Repo.save method. Okay. Repo.save method. Answer yes. Yes in angle number 1. Yes in angle number 1. Angle 1. Okay. Listen, I will tell the situation. Now. Table is already having data. Generated value. Generated value is already there in the PK column. Then report.save method will perform what, guys? Report.save method will perform what? Update operation or not? Okay, let me take the situation of that. Let me prove it. Okay. So already 2 records are there. Yes. Already 2 records are there. Now listen, I am coming to sequences. This hibernate underscore sequence is dynamically generated sequence, guys, supporting auto generator. This is very important. Everyone please focus. I'll create that situation and I'll show for you people. Here is my refresh. Where is refresh, guys? No refresh option. Okay, refresh. Here also refresh should be there. Okay, not there, no problem. Go to sequences. I'm looking for hibernate underscore sequence, guys. Where is hibernate underscore sequence, Babu? What is the sequence name it has come, guys? What is the sequence name it is using? Okay. Successfully updated. Just a minute. Yeah, let me update only sequence section. Yeah, hibernate underscore sequence is there. Drop it. I dropped the sequence. Now listen. When I dropped the sequence, my dear, come on. Okay, now I enable generator. Now new sequence will be created. Fresh sequence will be created, which starts with 1. Come on. That starts with what? 1. Having already record is there now, boss. Having one already record is there or not there? I want reply from you people. Okay, here I have made this one as 234 rupees. Let us assume here I have made this one as what? 234 rupees. Yes, guys. Now listen. In this situation, session.save method will perform. In this situation, session.save method will perform update operation, insert operation. Come on, come on. Update operation, insert operation. Array, now sequence is deleted. Now fresh sequence will be created. Sequence always starts with what? One. Having one already record is there. Come on. Having one already record is there. Now forget about this one. Having one having one already record is there. Come on, guys. Jagdish Ravde, you are thinking wrong. It's not max value plus one. It's a sequence generated number will be used as ID value. It is not max value plus one. Please, if you have a wrong knowledge, correct yourself. It is not increment generator of Hibernate. Okay. Continue previous values onwards. I don't think so. Okay, let me check it. Spring Boot application, guys. Spring Boot application. Now tell me, it is doing update operation, insert operation. Update operation, insert operation. Come on, guys. Because total sequence is deleted. Now sequence is freshly created. When freshly created, freshly executed, again it will start with one ra babu. That is what I am trying to show, my dears. Tables. Corona. Where is this Corona underscore vaccine? Corona underscore vaccine. Let me pin it. Let's go to data. 234 has come or not? 234 has come or not? So what is the final conclusion? Answer yes in angle number one. If DB table is already having full of records. Come on. DB table is having full of records and the generator generated ID value. The generated ID value. The generator generated ID value is also there. In PK column. Is also available. Is also already there. Already there in PK column. Are you comfortable, guys? Okay. No. No in angle 2. Are depthness ra babu. No angle 2. If DB table is empty, if DB table is empty, or if the generated value is not already there. Come on. Is not already there in the PK column. In the PK column. Generated value is not already there in the PK column. Are you understanding my point, guys? Right. Okay. In this situation, take the support of what, guys? Take the support of custom methods. Okay, custom methods declaration. Custom method declaration in repository interface. Repository interface for update operation. For what operation, guys? Update operation. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay, guys. Fine. I think all your queries are completed, guys. Next one. Note. The auto generator auto generator internally uses hibernate underscore sequence start with one increment by one in case of Oracle database software. Okay. And the same generator, come on guys, and the same generator uses auto increment, nothing but identity column. Okay. Okay, in case of MySQL database software. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Come on. Devash Pandey, sequence generator. It is not max value plus one. It is always previous value plus one. It's always previous value plus one. Any sequence that is configured is not max value plus one. It is always previous value plus one. Sequence will go on. Is that clear, guys? Okay, boss. I think you got the clarity how session.save method is performing both insert and update operations. Okay, and now listen, sir. I don't want a headache of passing dummy value or what null value whenever I'm doing save operation. Now my update operation demonstration is completed. Now I will show how to deal with this. Corona vaccine, guys. This is my entity class, boss. Here I am taking one small thing called required arg constructor. What is this? Required arg constructor. Are you understanding my statement? Mr. Hitesh, in real time, all tables will be generated dynamically. Okay, then there is no question of merging, boss. There is no question of merging issue. Now listen, when you have a required arg constructor, there should be @non-null annotation, guys. @non-null annotation, okay, on the properties which you want to involve in the constructor generation process. I don't want to involve registration number, but remaining things I want to involve, right? Okay, guys. It is what? Non-null. Yes, boss. Yes. Now error gone. Non-null. Yes. Non-null. Yes. Non-null. Yes. Non-null. Are you getting 1, 2, 3, 4? Remaining all properties I have enabled. Now listen. Listen. I am using Lambda API a lot. Here we use it. So now, do I need to pass any dummy value or null value here, guys? Do I need to pass any dummy value or null value here? No. We can happily work with other constructor that is there or not. So now we have two constructors, guys. Constructor with all argument, constructor with one less than, one less parameter. One less parameter. But this method always helps us to perform save operation. This method never helps us to perform what? Update operation. This constructor. Are you getting my point? Yes. Okay, guys. Right. Boot data JPA, guys. Done. Why? What happened? What happened? Constraint violates exception. Unique constraint is violated. Uh, I will tell why unique constraint is violated. Tell me why it is violated. Already recently created Hibernate sequence has generated one. Now it is trying to generate two. Two is already there, right? Two is already there. And moreover, two is already there. Moreover, we are not passing any ID value also. Are we passing any ID value here? No. So that's why what it is doing. That's why what it is doing, trying to perform save operation, but it is already having data. That's why issue has come. So now I delete this record, guys. Now you run the application. Now you run the application, guys. Okay. Yes, successfully inserted with two. Successfully inserted with two. Are you comfortable, guys? I hope you got the idea how to use session.save method for save operation and update operation. This is bit worried part, guys. They should give separate method for update, but they have not given. Using save method only, we should do update operation, you should do save operation. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay. Sachin N. If you add one new property in the entity class, it will try to update the table. Yes. It will try to update the table. Mr. Sashbhushan, without knowing entity class this much time you observed a boss, it will not create the table, it will alter the table by adding new column if I add a new property there. Okay, guys. Santosh, save method depends upon whether ID value is passed or not, and having ID value record is there in the table or not. Are you understanding my point there? Right. Tomorrow we don't have class, but next class will be on Monday. Okay, I'll share the project, don't worry. I'll commit the project and I'll share the project Monday. Okay. Team, share project, done. Yeah, all these are regular, guys. If length is more, getting exception. If length is more, getting exception, all these are this. Okay. Yes. How to test this code using runner, I will take in the next case, guys. Don't worry. Okay, guys. One minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Tomorrow we have a Maven workshop. If you are interested, you can come and join. I'll share the details in the group. You can collect from the group. Guys, tomorrow we have a Maven workshop. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I'll share the details in the group. Please collect from the group. Yeah, in the Facebook group I will. In the Facebook group I will share the details. 1 minute. Now itself I will share. So that you will be having confidence to attend. Yes, guys. Okay. Now you observe. I shared one thing. Say refresh. Right. This one. Right. Last Sunday it happened, boss. That video will be there. Okay. 4th July, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Not 1 p.m. It may touch 2 also. So this is the meeting ID. This is the password. Getting my point? Yes. Already watched videos. I know that. Okay. But if I'm conducting this session for full stack people. I'm conducting this session for what? Full stack people. So if you are interested, you can come and join. Those who have already watched 5 videos need not to available. Those who have already watched old 5 videos need not to attend. Need not to attend. Are you getting my point? Already watched 5 videos need not to attend. Reddy, I am habituated with Eclipse IDE, boss. Please upgrade yourself with IntelliJ. Maybe in the last sessions I will try to go. Last sessions I will try to go for it. Okay. Sabita madam, that is towards composite IDs, that is towards custom IDs, that is a different discussion. Yeah, Git videos also there in the YouTube channel. Git videos also there in the YouTube channel. Go to Naresh IT YouTube channel. If you want to get any of my videos, very simple. Go to Naresh IT YouTube channel, guys. Type topic name and faculty name. That's it. Topic name and faculty name. Git by Natras. Yes, you will get Git by Natras. Okay, guys. Sushant, I already shared Spring Transaction Management video links. I hope that time you are sleeping in the classroom. Okay. Right. Next. Santosh, even though you might specify multiple dialects, even though you mention wrong dialect, also not a issue. Even though you mention wrong dialect, also not a issue. Based on the JDBC driver details, it will be detecting the dialect automatically. Understanding my point? Okay. Binit Singh, have we added OJDBC 14.jar? I already added OJDBC 8.jar, guys. Devash Pandey is generating extra known extra name sequence difference. Sir, you mail me. You are asking very big question. Okay, for Spring Security videos that I will conduct as a live session. Okay, how many days to reach to microservices? There's a big way to go. Okay. JRavi, if a generator is not there, then it will take ID value and check already record is there or not there. Performs update operation. If generators are there, anyhow sequence always gives new value. It will perform save operation. Okay, guys. Dhruv Kumar, after writing Spring Data JPA, it's a waste spending time on Spring ORM. It's purely waste of time. Okay, guys. Spring AOP videos I will share with you people. Okay, Bharati, collect from admin. You please collect from admin. He will check your identity and he will give Git URL to you. Fine. Okay. If possible to map entity with tables that have no primary key. Srinidhi, that you can map, you can do persistence operation, but there is no guarantee exceptions will not come. One or other time synchronization will be problem. One or other time synchronization will be problem. Yes, AOP videos, JDBC videos also will be shared later. Thank you. Have a nice time.